Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comments. Messi scored again in the third round of La Liga, in the thrashing against Huesca by 8-2, where the striker scored 2 goals. He also scored against Girona, for the Spanish Championship, in the 2-2 draw. On October 7, in a game held at Estadio de Mestalla, La Pulga still scored against Valencia and Barca drew 1-1. In the game against the then-leader Sevilla, Messi scored a goal and provided an assist in the first 15 minutes. Barcelona won 4-2 and took the lead in the Spanish Championship, 280. However, in the same match, the attacker suffered a fracture of the radius of his right arm. In the medical statement after the game, it was stated that the Barca captain would be in recovery for approximately 3 weeks. The playmaker missed a few La Liga games, including the first El Clásico of the season. The Catalans beat Real Madrid 5-1, without Messi, in an important game to consolidate themselves more and more in the championship. In that match, his strike partner Luis Suarez scored 3 goals and Leo watched the game accompanied by his eldest son, Thiago Messi, 5 years old. Messi returned to play on November 11, 2018, in a match against Betis, at Camp Nou. Barcelona lost 4-3 with 2 goals from Messi on his return. It was the first game that Barcelona lost at home in that championship. He scored his 566th goal for Barcelona in the match and surpassed Gerd Muller's record, becoming the second player who scored the most with a club shirt, behind only Pelé, who has 643 goals. After the surprising defeat to Betis, Barcelona returned to play against Atlético de Madrid. At the Wanda Metropolitano, Diego Costa opened the scoring and put the hosts in advantage. However, Messi gave an assist to Ousmane Dembélé, who made the goal in the 90th minute. The team was losing the lead, but, in the end, they tied and continued as leader after the game. The Argentine distributed an assist for Carlos Elena to score the second goal of the 2-0 victory over Villarreal, being important the club take the lead again. He participated in the local derby known as El Derbi Barcelona, where the two great teams in Barcelona face each other, Barcelona and Espanyol. The game took place at the RCDE Stadium. Barca won 4-0, with 2 goals and an assist by Messi. After the game, Barcelona continued to lead, increasing their lead to 3 points from second-placed Sevilla. Barcelona faced Levante needing to win to continue as leaders of the championship. Playing away from home, the Catalans won by 5-0 with a hat-trick and 2 assists from the number 10, thus, they continued as leaders. In his last game of 2018, Messi scored against Celta de Vigo in a 2-0 Cule victory. Messi in 2018 scored 51 goals and provided 26 assists. Messi in his first game of the year 2019 against Getafe on January 6, 2019, at the Coliseum Alfonso Pérez Stadium, scored a goal and Barcelona won by 2-1. After the game, Barca opened a 5-point lead for second place. Messi returned to play on January 13, 2019, against Eibar, at Camp Nou, for La Liga. He scored a goal in Barca's 3-0 victory. The other 2 goals were by Luis Suarez. That game was very important for Leo's career because it was the game in which he scored his 400th goal for the Spanish Championship, being the top scorer alone, at the time with 89 goals more than the second place, Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 311 goals. Messi played for the first time in the Copa del Rey on January 17, 2019, in the second leg of the round of 16 against Levante. Barcelona lost the first leg 2-1, a game in which Messi did not participate. With the footballer on the field, Barca won the return game by 3-0 at Camp Nou, a game where he scored a goal and gave 2 assists to Dembélé, who scored 2 goals in the match. On January 20, 2019, Messi played against Leganés at Camp Nou, where his team won 3-1. He was used as a substitute and came on in the second half when the game was 1-1. Luis Suarez made it 2-1 in a move initiated by the Argentine, and the 3-1 came when Messi scored at the end of the match after a table with Jordi Alba, being decisive for the team to remain in the lead. He played against Girona at the Montilivi Stadium, scoring a goal in a 2-0 victory for Barca. Messi returned to play for the Copa del Rey on January 30, 2019, in a dramatic game at home for the return leg of the quarterfinals. Against Sevilla, Barca had lost the first leg by 2-0, game where Messi was spared. This time, Leo was cast. He conceded a penalty at the beginning and conceded the charge to Philippe Coutinho, who was in a bad phase, but converted, assisted Sergi Roberto and in the 67th minute and scored the last goal of the match. With a good collective performance, the team thrashed for 6-1 with Messi participating in half of the goals, so they advanced to the semi-finals. The Argentine scored 2 goals in the 2-2 draw against Valencia. The team remained in the lead but with the threat of Atletico approaching. Messi played his first El Clásico of the season for the Copa del Rey. In the first leg of the tournament semi-finals, the game ended in a 1-1 draw. Messi scored from the penalty spot and was essential in his team's 1-0 victory over Real Valladolid at Camp Nou. For the Champions League group stage, Messi scored his first hat-trick of the season in the Catalan debut against PSV Eindhoven. Barcelona won 4-0. Playing away from home in the second round, the Argentine scored 2 goals against Tottenham in the Blaugrana victory by 4-2. After sitting out a few games due to injury, he returned in the 5th matchday in a 2-1 victory over PSV, scoring a goal and distributing an assist for Pique. For the decisive phase, he participated in the first leg of the round of 16 against Lyon, at the Parc Olympique Lyonnais Stadium, in France. The match ended 0-0. For the return game, Messi was decisive and helped Barca with 2 goals and 2 assists. The Catalans thrashed the French by 5-1. In the first leg of the quarterfinals, Barcelona beat Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford. The number 10 started the move that culminated in the own goal by Luke Shaw. In the return game, the Argentine scored twice in a 3-0 victory at home. The Blaugranas advanced to the semi-finals with an aggregate score of 4-0. Messi found the net twice against Liverpool in the first leg, helping the club to a 3-0 win, one of them being an unlikely free kick into the angled corner by goalkeeper Alisson. This goal was the 600th with the shirt of Barcelona. The goal was chosen as the goal of the season by UEFA. Despite the great 3-0 win in the first leg, Barcelona lost the second leg 4-0 and were knocked out at Anfield in one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the tournament. Playing at Estadio Ramon Sánchez Pizjuan, the Catalan team beat Sevilla on February 23 in a 4-2 upset. Messi scored his 50th hat-trick in his career and assisted Luis Suarez to score the 4th goal. Participating in all of the team's goals, he was essential for Barcelona's consolidation in the lead. The Culés achieved an advantage of 10 points more than second place, Atlético de Madrid. In the second leg of the Copa del Rey semi-finals, Barcelona faced Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, needing a victory after drawing 1-1 at home. Messi did not participate directly in the team's goals, but the Culés won 3-0 and advanced to the final of the competition. 4 days later, El Clásico again took place at the Santiago Bernabéu. Barcelona won again, this time by La Liga, now 1-0, with a goal by Ivan Rakitic. Messi, on March 9, scored a goal and helped Barcelona beat Rayo Vallecano 3-1 in the Spanish Championship. For La Liga, against Real Betis, Messi scored a hat-trick and assisted Suarez. The team won 4-1. Messi was named man of the match. In the Catalan Classic for La Liga, Barcelona faced Espanyol and won by 2-0. Messi scored the only 2 goals of the match and was man of the match. Against Villarreal, Leo scored a free kick in the 4-4 draw. He came on in the second half when Barca were trailing 4-2. In a decisive game for La Liga against Atlético de Madrid, playing indoors, the number 10 scored a goal in the 2-0 victory, helping the team to open an 11-point lead for Atletico, second place. On April 27, the footballer won his 10th La Liga with Barcelona, 26th for the club, his first as team captain, against Levante at the Camp Nou. The game was 1-0 and the title goal was Messi, who entered in the second half. In his last game for La Liga of the season, already champion, Messi scored 2 goals against Eibar in the 2-2 draw. After the disappointing Champions League semi-final against Liverpool, in which the team was knocked out in an upset, prompting both fan disappointment and media outrage. The club had the opportunity to close the season with the Copa del Rey title, however, they were defeated by Valencia by 2-1 and generated even more indignation from fans and the media. A Catalan newspaper even criticized Barca saying, "Messi is alone." The problem was so big that it generated several speculations about the supposed departure of coach Ernesto Valverde. Despite the disappointing end to the season, Messi had one of the best seasons of his career. He was champion and top scorer in La Liga with 36 goals and leader in assists with 15 assists. Leo was also top scorer in the Champions League with 12 goals. The Argentine also surpassed some more records of his career and in total, at the end of the season, he had 51 goals and 22 assists in 50 games, citation needed, which guaranteed his 6th Golden Boot. Thanks for watching the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comments.